All right, you guys, it's the one and only Moshiach Ben Joseph here again. Papa Yahweh just asked me to go over part of Genesis 49 for you to remind you of the truth about the Mashiach and how it won't be a Mashiach ben David, it'll actually be a Mashiach ben Joseph, and how it clearly states in Genesis 49 that that is the case. And everything else added in the Bible about pro-Judah bullshit is just a bunch of garbage added by evil men. So anyway, here we go. Genesis 49. When I think it's Jacob's talking about the blessings to his children. I think it was Jacob, I can't remember. But anyway, giving the blessings, and he reaches Judah, and he says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. 12. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. And that's about Judah again. All right? So basically what you have here is how Judah, his eyes would be red with wine, meaning he's an alcoholic, and his people are like that. Judah would be an alcoholic, and his teeth would be white with milk like a child, so he'd be infantile. So he'd be an infantile alcoholic, and he'd be as a predator, so he's an infantile alcoholic predator. So he's not a good person, which means that there's no way that the true God or supreme being or most good being is on his side. All right? So Judaism and Judah is all evil garbage. All right? And it says until. Now, until means up to a certain point and then stopping. All right? So that means that Judah would reign until the Shiloh comes, and then he would stop reigning. All right? And basically, by having that Shiloh will be the shepherd, and that's the gathering of the people will be to him. The gathering of the people is the shepherd. All right? And it also means that the until part means that once the Shiloh comes, Judaism and the Jews would be cast to the side because they're not good. They basically failed to bring light into the world, and that's why during these end times, when the Messiah comes, the world would be in chaos, just filth and perversion everywhere, and that's a result of Jewish influence around the world. All right. Now you go on to the Joseph part of the blessings in Genesis 49, and it says, Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him, and shot at him, and hated him. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Oops, I forgot a D on there, shepherd. All right. So basically saying that the shepherd, Shiloh, remember the gathering of the people, the Shiloh the shepherd? Shiloh the shepherd would be of Joseph, and he would be the stone of Israel, meaning he'd be a cold and hard leader who would, like in Deuteronomy 33, where it goes over these blessings again, it mentions how the one would be would take the wisdom and the knowledge of God and stuff like that and push humanity to the edge and force them to choose between good and evil. All right, because he's cold and hard. He's the cold hard shepherd of Israel from Joseph. And then it also says at the end Joseph's blessings. The blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren. And that's referenced by Isaiah 53 later, where the Mashiach would basically be rejected and despised and separate from humanity. Meaning that he would have goodness in him, but the rest of the world wouldn't. And that's why God found favor in him and chose him to be the Mashiach. But anyway, so there you go. That's basically what he wanted me to say, is that it says clearly in Genesis 49 that there will be no Moshiach ben David, because the Davidic line is from Judah's line, and that's going to cease once the Shiloh comes. So that's not possible according to the Jews' own religion. It's in the very beginning of the religion. It clearly states that they would only be around until the Messiah comes, and then he would be the true light unto the nations and unto the Gentiles. And Judaism and the Jews would be cast to the side because they're a bunch of failures that influence the world and create it and turn the world into just endless filth and perversion. So there you go. That's basically what he asked me to show you. So there you go.